It shook me, eh? I'm just carrying on a bit. You're an animal. Whether you are watching us on YouTube or listening to us on your favourite podcast platform, welcome back to the Torq Hub podcast. All right, here we are, boys. Another
On the casting couch.
I got a bit excited when I walked in and seen it.
I don't know if that says more about you or us, but anyway. We've got another guest, Jeff, today.
Absolutely.
Richie from Rampage has graciously come and joined us and going to have a bit of a chat. I've only met Richie 5 minutes ago, so...
Makes two of us.
Yep. Really keen to hear all about all the things and stuff, another car guy and promoter and all that kind of stuff, so...
Yeah, that's it. I think it's like, you know, the Southwest is a small place, right? So I've sort of seen your name come across the all the different Facebook groups for all the automotive types and whatnot. So I've sort of seen that you're definitely about your cars and that.
Oh,
but
definitely,
Yeah.
Yeah.
We figured, hey, why not get you on for a bit of a yarn and we can sort of take a bit of a deep dive. We can see we've got a nice little ornament here.
Yep.
It's that's going to be, is that one of the trophies?
It is. So that's one of the first ones we actually had made as a test for the top of our trophies.
Yeah.
A guy, Ryan from RJC Customs in Perth, reached out to us and, hey, I want to do something cool. Let's do this. And I said, I'll leave it to you and come back. And yeah, so pretty much every one of our trophies has something cool on top of it that's custom made, unique. No one else has it.
Yeah, sick. I
That
love
is
the look
sick.
of it, man.
Yeah.
I want to get like sort of right into the Rubber Rampage stuff probably a little bit later on, but first up, I want to sort of get to know you, I guess, and sort of your background. Where does it all sort of start for you? How did you sort of fall into cars?
Oh, my old boy, probably. Since I was a kid, I can remember Dad had cars, XY Falcons, XWs, Commodores, everything.
And you wish you still had all of them?
Oh, I've had... Even now I look back and I say things that my old boy said to me when I was younger, like, don't do that.
Yeah.
You know, you'll regret it. And
Yeah.
we had HSV Commodores that we were at the bush trashing and cut the roof off of one and Kingswoods and stuff. And I'm like, oh, it's a $1,000 car, old boy, don't stress.
Yeah.
And he's like, I've been there, trust me. And I'm like, yeah. And now I look back and, cry of the cars we've chopped up and done things to. And yeah, I had a VNSS with Peter Brock had signed the dash on it and we bush bashed it. Chopped it up and sent it to the tip and cut the cat converter out of it.
Jeez. Oh yeah, because that was the most valuable part.
But that was the most valuable part when we were finished with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's sort of where it's all just through my childhood with cars and helping Dad swing spanners, and yeah, he had a burnout car when I was a kid as well, so just
Into it then.
Yeah, way back
Right
then.
into it,
Yeah,
yeah.
it was a XB Falcon with a 302 in it.
Yeah. So Dad's a Ford man? Or a bit of both?
He was for
He
a
was?
long time, and then he's sort of on the LS plastic Chev now, and
Yeah.
just cheap power and easy and just fun, I guess.
Yeah, parts are plenty.
Yeah, he's more just like something that works.
Yeah.
And
Oh.
for the application, he's LS, let's go.
Yeah.
So
The old man, was he always sort of just into burnouts, or was there other, like, was he a drag racer or anything like that? Or?
nah, so all of his friends back when they were younger were drag racers, and then
Yeah, would have been at Ravenswood back in the day.
oh man, I remember going there in the backseat of the car on the trailer, getting in as a kid.
Yeah.
Yeah, like so I used to sneak in, the car had dark tint on it, so we used to duck in the back and my old boy was with me and we'd go to Ravenswood and go watch for the night. So that was sort of where it all really stemmed from back then.
Yeah, right.
And
Awesome.
yeah, so it's sort of always been around and just obviously grew in myself as well, and yeah.
So you're a GM guy or you're a bit of both? You don't care?
Oh,
Well, here I am thinking you've only got two choices. You might not like either.
nah, as long as it goes and it goes good, I'm happy.
Yeah.
I like Falcons. I've got a Ford. I got a Toyota with a LS in it now, and yeah, so just long as it goes good,
Yeah.
I appreciate lots of cars for what they are. And
Yeah.
You just like horsepower by the sounds of it.
Definitely. Man.
Yeah.
Like, it might not be my thing, but
You can appreciate it.
100%.
Yeah.
You can appreciate the hours.
Yeah,
that
we're
go
like
with it.
that too. I think that's the best kind of car guy in a way. Like you hear me say it all the time, and I don't even need to say it. It's like, oh, it's not really my cup of tea, but I do appreciate a lot of different things because you can see the work
Definitely.
and people's visions in it. So they're the best kind of car people.
Oh,
I think.
exactly. Yeah. So everything really. Even like the Teslas, I'm like, man, like they're cool, they're fast. Everyone's like, oh, it's electric, and it's like, yeah, but it's quick.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't buy one.
I think I was on the way to Perth the other day, sitting behind one. I don't like Teslas, like really. I don't like electric cars, and I don't know what the model is, but one of them looks all right.
Yeah.
It looks pretty sporty, and
Yeah.
I was like, fuck, that'd look sick with some sort of internal combustion engine in it. I was thinking, what would you do to the front to get a cooling, like, you know, to open up the grille and get a cooling system in it?
Yeah.
Because I was just thinking, like, literally strip the whole floor out and everything and put a chassis under one, because they actually are not a bad looking car.
Definitely.
I don't know what
Oh,
model
and the
it is.
aerodynamics on them would be unreal as well.
Yeah.
You know?
So they do look all right, but
Yeah.
they're pretty, each to their own.
Yeah. I'm the same. I wouldn't buy one, but I'm like, that'd be cool to have a drive of and
Yeah.
take it for a rip.
Yeah.
Can you remember the first burnout comp that your old man was in? I mean, there probably would have been many of, let's call them unofficial burnout comps.
Yep. It would have
Prior to that one.
It was in,
Down the back beach?
Yeah. Oh, wow. Well, where was it?
it was in Manjimup.
In Manjimup. Oh,
Yep.
well, there's plenty of spots down
Jeez,
there.
that is backwoods redneck down
It
there.
was, and it was literally a concrete pad, and they all rolled in with their cars, and they pulled up, and they just did a big static burnout, and that was it. They all drove off, and it was
Probably a few beers.
Yeah.
And
Just
then
trying to make sure there's no logging trucks pulling in.
Yeah.
it was. I don't even know where it was. I've got a couple of photos from back then, and it's just, literally just a side view on the car doing a burnout. That was it.
Yeah.
And then it ventured to the speedway there, and they had a pad, and you could only just do donuts on it, and then we moved to Collie and went from there.
Yeah, okay. Collie's a big rev head town, hey?
It is.
Lots and lots of car people in Collie, which
Lots.
you probably wouldn't think because it's a small town, but...
There is so many nice cars in Collie tucked away.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Growing up, there was always like, playing footy and whatever. You go to the Collie Footy Oval on a Sunday afternoon, and there was always a couple of hotties there. Like, and at that time, you'd have maybe like a VM with a Group A body kit, or it was just like a VK Blue Meanie replica, or there was a lot of that sort of stuff. Actually, you know someone in Collie that's got like a VH SLE Shadow Tone that I wanted to buy at one point.
Oh, from a long time ago.
Yeah.
He got rid of that ages ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think so.
Wouldn't sell it to me though, would he?
Oh no, I'm thinking of that's another. I knew another guy that had a VH. His was in Shadow Tone.
Yeah.
That was Phil. He had a burgundy VH, and another dude. It was his ex-wife.
Yeah.
Ex-wife has one there. Yeah.
But
I don't know if they still have it or not, but
you think about it in Collie, like what's really there? I mean, you got the
you know what's there?
money.
Money.
Yeah, you got
Coal
I was gonna
mining
say,
money is
you got
what's
coal
there.
mining money, and you've got a Holden dealership.
Yep.
And you got the footy club and a range of pubs.
And the Holden dealership still runs.
Yeah. And it's still got the Holden signs up, which is rare because most of them don't.
Yeah. Every time I drive past, I'm like, is it actually still trading as a Holden, or is it just... Yeah.
Yeah, it's a bit
There's
of a
still
weird one.
Holdens in the showroom. I don't know
Yeah.
if they're private or something now, but...
Yeah, you'd probably see on the weekends. You'd probably see old boys pull up with their old Holdens trying to take photos with the Holden signs in the background. And that.
It's definitely cool.
Yeah.
I don't think there's any others left, is there?
No, I don't think so. No.
Old Collie.
Yeah. Forever living them 50 years behind. Yeah, right. So moved to Collie, Western number 5, down the back of the coal mines there. It's pretty famous, RIP.
Yeah, so
now
that
gone.
was never even used back then. That was only sort of recent, probably 5 to 7 years.
Oh,
I think
really?
That's when that sort of, I suppose there was probably not heard of on social media as well. That's probably,
Yeah, true.
as soon as it started getting posted on there, it became well known.
It used to get pretty loose, hey?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, the parties out there were huge, and it got pretty rowdy out there. So I think that's sort of why they sort of nipped it in the butt.
Yeah, I think for a long time there was a general acceptance of hey boys, at least you're not doing it on the street, and so long as you clean up after yourselves, we'll kind of let it slide.
Yeah, definitely.
But then it only takes a couple of bad eggs, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. It's like anything though, you know.
That's human nature. You got to keep going. So you get loose, and then the next month you get a bit looser, and before you know it, it's like, fuck, someone could die here with what we're getting up to. Because you see how it gets, like, you know, people hanging like half out the car as they're like, you know, doing big helis down there and stuff. It's like, but I guess, I mean, for me, I'm still okay with that. If you stick your head out the window and you fall out and you get hurt, that's on you, man. So
Start removing more warning labels and let Darwin do the work.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. So where were you doing skids then in Collie before the Western number 5 Phenom?
It was all at the Motoplex, really.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, there was a lot of club days out there and stuff back then. So Collie Motorplex was the place to go to, I guess. And back then the cars probably didn't make enough power to be out doing burnouts everywhere. They were just little single peggers and
So little 4-banger Geminis and stuff.
Yeah, so a big burnout was a little one out the front of the pub back then.
Yeah.
So it didn't really take off huge until sort of like, you know, as I say, probably 5 to 7 years ago when the burnout started really kicked off.
Yeah.
Yeah, right on. Collie Motorplex has evolved a hell of a lot probably in the last 5 to 7 years as well. They've obviously done a lot of like expansions, extensions, all that sort of stuff.
Definitely.
Roughly when did you start going to Collie Motorplex and sort of what was it like then?
Oh, it was the greatest place on earth as a kid. It was great, yeah. I would have been probably grade 7.
Far out.
Yeah, probably grade 7 primary school when we moved there.
Yeah.
And mum and dad met people that were sort of getting things going out there, so we all just started going out there and as kids running amok and driving the cars around.
So have they always had the burnout pad there?
Yep, so the burnout...
And it was always that big?
Yep, so the burnout
Because it's a
pad,
fucking monster, of a burnout
60
pad.
60 by 30.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
It is the old workshop. So the Collie Motorplex is the old mine site workshop area. When you have a look around, you'll actually see like there's old bolts and stuff in the floor, and the pad is actually the old workshop.
Okay.
From what I'm...
Well, I didn't know that.
From what I understand.
Yeah, okay. It makes sense.
Yeah, and the more you look around the place and actually look, and you're like, oh, offices and, you know, medics area and stuff like that. It's all like makes sense to what it used to be.
Yeah, right on.
Yeah.
So like even like where the canteen is and where you do your driver's briefing, that all would have been just mine offices, right?
Yeah, so it would have been like literally the canteen would have been like an admin to sign in and get your swipe cards and stuff.
Yeah.
The driver training room probably would have been a training briefing room where everyone went and sat. Like it was,
It's a good spot. Like it's perfect. You're not going to get any dramas with neighbours out there or anything.
Oh, so Rampage has midnight, both nights, curfew, just no one nearby.
Yeah, perfect.
Which is great.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I don't think anyone's going to be moving out there for a long time.
No.
Which is great for the motorsport, especially.
Yeah, that's right.
Like you just see it so often.
Yeah. No, I don't think it's going to fall to the urban sprawl out there, eh?
No.
No, definitely not. So.
As you're getting a little bit older then, so you've sort of been there since just before your teen years.
Yep.
Obviously you get a couple of years older and you start begging the old boy for a set of keys of your own.
Yeah, so I learnt to actually drive around the track in Mum's wagon, a Ford wagon.
Oh, really?
Yeah, old boy pulled up on the track and he said, you want to learn to drive? Off you go. Put it in first gear and off you go.
Oh, wow.
So literally...
Your first driving lesson was on Collie Motorplex track.
Here's me hanging off the steering wheel on the edge of the seat in like grade 7, learning how to drive.
Far out.
Oh boy, so if you hit the sand, just pull up and stop. And that was it.
How good.
Yeah, so there's a lot of core memories there for
Far out, yeah.
as a childhood. Like,
yeah, I could say that definitely holds a special place in your heart.
Yeah, definitely.
For sure.
Yep.
Yeah, right on.
Yeah, it's obviously good now. Still going.
Yeah.
For everyone.
Yeah. After you learned how to drive in Mum's old Ford wagon, what did you end up getting first for yourself? And how'd you get it? Did you have to start throwing papers around the streets?
Nah, so old boy had a burnout car, an XE Falcon, and I was allowed to drive that around the track.
Yeah.
I was still too young to skid on the pad, so
yeah,
I just drove that around the track and got a few laps in it, and that was really about it. And sort of we moved away for a couple of years from there, and then obviously I've moved back, and like my family's followed back, and we're back down here now again. And yeah, so we sort of moved away, and then Collie kept growing to what it is now. Yeah, so it's just really good to have something again there.
Yeah, for sure. What was your first project car?
Oh, gee.
Or even just your first car in general? Because I mean, let's be honest, the first car is probably a project car anyway. You would have put a cold air intake on it.
No.
You would have chopped the springs.
It was an XT Falcon, gold, Venetians in the back window, hubcaps.
Oh, stop
It's actually
it.
pretty sick.
So we were,
You know, I actually kind of rate the XRs and XTs over the XWs and XYs personally, because I like the round tail lights. Yeah.
all day. Yep. So I went to a garage sale in Dwellingup with my dad, and it was an XT sitting in the corner, pristine, nothing wrong with it. Bench seat, column shift, the whole lot. I said, I want that car, Dad. And my nana lived just down the road. So I told my nana she was there, and she talked to the owner and said, if we ever sell it, we'll let them know. And it would have been, well, I still would have been a kid back then. I would have been 15 by the time it come around. My nana rang me and said, hey, they want to sell that car. Do you want it? I was like, of course I do.
Yeah.
How much? $450.
Oh, stop it.
So me and old boy went, off we went. Picked it up, took it home. I thought it was the greatest thing ever. I'm going to, put a Windsor in it and filter out the bonnet. And, single system, and as you do.
Dreams of grandeur.
Yep, sat in the corner. I sold it and brought a 5-litre Commodore.
My man, see, this is a guy with taste and brains.
That's pretty much saying the Commodore's a cooler, I think.
Yep, just white VN Commodore 5-litre, 19-inch chrome rims, single 3-inch sound system, sub in the boot. That was
Jeez,
it.
that's bringing back all the memories.
I was going to say, it doesn't get much cooler than that.
Monster tacho, polished rocker covers.
Fuck.
If you were sort of any time between sort of probably 2004 to 2010, that was it, wasn't it? That was what you were chasing.
Yep, definitely. Pod filter, extractors.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was my first car, and everyone had bets on how long till I got done for Hoon Laws, and they were bringing Hoon Laws in.
Ah, yes, yeah.
Yep, so everyone had bets on it. Hoon Laws came in at lunchtime, and I got done at 6 o'clock that night.
So you were that bad?
I did a donut in the gravel car park at a football game.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, unlucky.
Yep, went and put my car back. We were going back to drink at the football game. Walked back down, do the right thing in a small town. Coppers pulled me up, hey Richie, jump in the car. I said, what for? I've got a Torq. Took me up to my car and, got a speeding ticket and scrubbed it out and wrote Hoon Laws on it and dropped me off, and off my car went.
Oh, no.
Yep.
How long were they gone for then? It was 48 hours?
Nah, 7 days.
7 days?
7 days, yep. So, the first one done in WA for Hoon Laws.
That's rough. Gee, that's
As far as I know.
That's a bit of an honour right there.
Yeah, frame the ticket.
I've literally
Tell
got...
the magistrate, look, man, someone had to be that guy.
Yeah, and they it went through court for 12 months because they really tried to push a case on me to...
Oh, yeah. Make an example out of you.
It was up for inherently dangerous driving, endangering lives of school children. They were trying to have a go.
Yeah.
So did someone get you on camera or what?
Nah.
Like how did you?
I don't even know if phones were that good to film back
No,
then.
that's what I'm getting at. I'm thinking, how did you get caught?
Someone across the road dobbed me in.
Yeah.
Small country town.
And when you're young, you just don't realise that if you just deny it, you'll be all right.
Yeah.
Because that's what you do, guys. Don't admit.
Yeah.
Never
Deny.
Never admit.
Yeah. They knew us too well in town. They knew what we got up to. They sort of turned a blind eye to burnouts out the back road and stuff. So when it happened in town,
if you're doing it at the footy club in the middle of town, that's probably no.
There would have been a good 150, 200 people there. So it was, no dramas.
Yeah, probably crossed the line there.
Yeah, just a donut in the gravel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What sort of motorsport experience have you had since sort of getting your license? Have you done have you sort of explored a couple of different options, or have you always sort of honed in on the...
So I did the burnouts for a while, sort of grew out of it and let's go do something different.
Yeah.
Got into Speedway, went and raced for a while, My mate had a car and he had a spare and he's like, you want to have a drive? And I was like, yep. Had a drive and got the bug and brought me own and went from there. So I raced that for a couple of years. Money, expensive, so we had a Formula 500 we ran for a while. We got a production sedan, bought a late model, those big late models, brought one of them for a while. I was like, this is expensive, we'll go back to a production sedan, brought one of them, had kids, had the first little one.
Yeah.
And it's just super hard with insurances and being in the pits with kids, it just it's a great sport, but when your family can't be a part of it, it sort of puts a bit of a buzz on it and kills it real quick. So
Yeah, it kind of makes it a hard sell for the missus as well, doesn't it?
Yeah,
If it's-
definitely. Yep. Yeah, why are you in there having fun? And
I didn't realise you weren't allowed to have people
so the
in the pits.
insurance says you're not allowed to actually have kids in the pits just because of the cars moving and stuff and liabilities and
Yeah, right.
understandable, but it just sort of makes it very hard for the
Yeah.
sport to grow. Obviously, like as everyone has families that are want to be involved.
Yeah, for sure. It'd be like obviously there is an inherent risk there, but most of those cars are they sort of moving under their own steam through the pits for the most part?
A lot of it is like the sprint cars and stuff. They're direct drive, so as they're coming into the pits, they're direct drive.
Right.
They've getting back to their bays. Obviously, just the risk I'd say is the biggest part is kids and.
And you
risk
know what kids are like. They'll run out in front. Like,
Oh yeah.
Kids and cars are magnets.
yeah.
Yeah, like moths to a light.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
so it's just, I think just that risk side of things that they just literally just nope,
Yeah.
not happening.
So that turned it off for you.
Yeah,
Like,
so we were just like, and I had my own car there, my burnout car there already, and obviously had a few in the time in between, and I got my main one that I really like, and I thought I'll drag it back out and we'll get it finished, and so I've been working on that, and obviously had another kid since then, and sort of chipped away at that and work and stuff like that, and just
yeah. So the main car, is that the Toyota you spoke about
Yes.
before? All right,
Yeah.
give us a rundown on that.
So I've got a Toyota Lexus LS400, so like stanced,
Okay.
JDM coilovers,
Yep.
with a cast iron 6 litre, 671 injector hat, mechanical injection, fuel tech, power glide, burnout
That's
car.
different.
How did you get that car? Did that just have like the one use ed in it, or?
A guy I know had it for years. It used to be brown. I wanted the car.
Yeah.
Another story, same as the Falcon. I want that car, I love this car, and it just copped yellow stickers, and then I think he gave up and just parked it in the corner and had a yellow sticker on it, and it had been resprayed and quite tidy. And he messaged me one day, "Hey man, do you want to buy it?" I said, "I'm on my way." And off I went, picked it up, paid for it, drove it home, and had the 1UZ in it. And I was like, I'm going to rego it and cruise it again, and the car sits.
Big Luxo bars, this will be great.
Oh, it's nice, cream leather interior, sunroof, it's quite nice. But the car sits 2 inches off the ground, all the chassis all dragged under the car, and literally the diff bolt is 3/4 of a bolt where it's been dragged over curbs. Like it's a JDM car that's dragged over every speed bump in the car park to park there and look good.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I started building that, and I was like, right, I'm going to build a Toyota V8 with a blower on it and do something different. So I started building that and sort of just lost interest, and that was when I went racing the Speedway. So I'll sell it all up and put it in the corner. And then, so that's back around now, and pull the car back out and back into it.
So you decided, no, I don't want to do the 1UZ?
Just
Or you'd already sold all the stuff?
So I'd sold some of the 1UZ stuff. Just the cost of getting something that was unique. Like all the rods were custom made, the pistons, the cams, everything, the harmonic balancer, the manifold.
Yeah.
There was nothing off the shelf I could buy, and it was like, if I take this and break it, like, park it back in the corner.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then it was like, then I was like, let's put an LS in it. So just, went from there, and the LS started getting built, and tried to do everything properly and just took my time with it. And front to back is a brand new car.
So it's never been skidded with the LS, like you've gone straight blower combo, you haven't gone NA or anything like that, you've just gone...
It's got the LS in it now with the blower.
Yeah.
Have you had any experience with like the blown, whether it be a small block Chev, LS, small block Ford, anything?
So my old boy has a blown LS burnout car as well.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Yep, Falcon. Commodore, sorry.
Yeah.
The VX Commodore, LS1, 671, injector hat, mechanical injection.
Yeah.
Sort of same package.
Oh, if the
So
old
you're
boy's
copying-
if the old boy's got
Copying
one.
his combo, kind of.
He had one.
Yeah.
He let me drive it and broke it. So, that's a bit of a sore subject.
Yeah.
Yeah, so so he's got one as well, and they're in the same shed at home that we work on them together. And
Yeah, sweet.
bit of a father-son thing, and
Awesome.
definitely good. He helps me, I help him, and
Is there a bit of competition there? It's
definitely.
like my combo is going to beat yours, Dad. I'm going to...
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, I keep telling him I'll teach him how to drive if he wants, and
Yeah.
the old banter between us. He's like, I've been skidding for as long as you can remember.
Yeah.
I'm like, you're on the spot, old boy.
Yeah.
Like,
Time's changing, brother.
yeah, time to change and lift the brake pedal. And he's just like, yeah. Like, the banter between us is, really good. But at the end of the day, we're both just arms in and get the cars together and make them work. And definitely just father-son thing is what we enjoy the most out of it, and being in the shed working on cars together.
Do the combos share a lot of parts? Like if you were to say we're talking competition aspect here, if one car was to have a problem, would you be able to rob off one to fix the other? Or
There's parts off of his car on mine right now, so I can go get it tuned tomorrow.
Yeah.
That's the beauty of the LS stuff, isn't it? It all just plugs and plays for the most part, doesn't it?
Definitely, yeah. He's like, am I going to get that stuff back or what? And I'm like, oh, yeah.
Eventually,
yeah.
eventually.
So he's just got his motor back as well, so we're about to put his car back together. And so get back into it.
With the choosing the LS route and whatnot, was that sort of like you hear it with a lot of people, like, I'll go that way because it's cheaper and easier. Was it something where the budget was a thing that you thought of and it's just sort of blown out, or?
I don't know, I think you can't beat them, join them.
Yeah.
Like, they're just so easy to buy parts for. Everything you can buy for an LS.
Yeah. It's all in a catalogue, right?
Oh, catalogue car. Yeah, it's literally Lego. You just buy it, bolt it on.
Yeah. And it's a lot of it's factory stuff that works really good, like you've got the crank trigger stuff already in there.
Oh,
and
definitely.
like all the bottom ends are like pretty good.
Yeah, 6-bolt main
You're not having to send the block off to get like 4-bolt caps like machined into it and neo bloody seals and stuff. It's like it's good to go. Everything's O-ringed.
Yeah.
They're light, when you get an alloy one anyway, not like a cast iron, but and there's heaps of them around. So
oh, definitely, they're just cheap power.
Yeah.
And they're just reliable.
Sorry, you might have said it before, but I think I might have missed it. What's like the bottom end? Is it like a 6-litre bottom end?
It's just got a standard bottom end rebuilt. Ring gap, bearings, rod bolts. For now.
It was like an L98 start.
So it's a cast iron 6-litre.
Oh,
so LQ9, I believe. So we just started with that. So Pro West did the motor. I just said, this is what I want to do. The long-term goal, the LS will come out. There is another motor going in it. But for now, I just want to drive the car and have fun. And 6-litre with boost, mechanical injection. Yeah. We just go have fun in it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just,
Make 800 wheel all day.
Oh, 100%, Yeah, it makes literally, burnout car, anything over 600 with boost is a fun car.
Oh, absolutely.
But you put the right size tyres on it and it's just, you can have a blast all day.
I think a lot of people sort of can overestimate how much power some of these burnout cars make. Obviously, they look big and impressive and they sound absolutely bananas. And everyone goes, that must be like 1,200 horsepower. A lot of them are sort of in that 600, 700, 800 horsepower range.
Definitely, Every car you talk...
Don't get me wrong, there's some that are 1,400 horsepower, but...
It's the nature of it. Like every car you look at with a blower, they're like, 1,000 horsepower. And it's like, there's a lot to get to 1,000 horsepower reliable. It can make 1,000 horsepower. Put 18 pound of boost in it. No dramas. But for how long? Like that's 600, 700, 800 horsepower is a real good number. Yeah,
especially when you're just pasting it for like 2 minutes straight.
Reliable. You want the reliable.
Yeah.
And like you can see between 600, 700, 800 horsepower, there's not a lot of difference in car. No. But when you start going over that, you see some of the big cars and you're like, man, like that's different.
Yeah.
You can feel it. There's a whole different, feeling to that car.
Yeah.
But there's also a whole different price tag.
Yeah, I mean, there's we've said this a lot of times for there's levels to this shit, right? Once you go beyond a certain point, then you kind of just got to go to the next level. And that means, bigger mechanical fuel pump. That means like dry sump, like next level dry sump setup.
12 grand straight away.
All of this stuff is there's
and then when you do blow it up, you've got to spend it again. Whereas when you're in that lower level, you blow it up, it's like, okay.
Yeah.
We'll just do that again. We'll spend...
Well, it was fun.
Yeah, we'll spend 6 or 7 rather than like 27 or whatever,
A lot of people have come to me and said, aren't you worried to break it? Like, there's a lot of money in there. And I'm like, if I'm worried to break it, it's going to break. Like, I want to break this car. I want to go have fun in it. I want to get every dollar worth of value out of it and have fun with my mates. Yeah. Like, I'm not going to drive it and be like, I'm worried to break it. Like, nah, let's get the smiles per mile out of it.
Yeah.
Like, if it breaks in 6 months, we'll go again. You can't look like that and think, I'm worried to break my car.
Not in burnouts.
No, you're a mechanical
You basically
vandal.
have to be trying, exactly.
Yeah, you're a vandal pretty much to that pedal. Like, it's just, Yeah, so that's how I've looked at it. I'm like, if it breaks, it breaks.
Yeah.
We'll go again. We'll do better.
So have you done anything else to the car? Is it
was
like
gonna say,
IRS and
Yeah,
still?
like what's the theme of the car? Like when a lot of people think burnout cars, well, if you think a pro level burnout car, it's kind of show car, and then you've got the entry level ones which are a little bit ratty. Sort of where does yours sort of sit?
Oh, probably in the middle somewhere.
Yeah,
It's got scratches in it.
yeah. So it's like just like an OEM finish, still got the full interior in it.
It's full cream leather interior.
Yeah.
Motion Raceworks shifter in it, like the gated shifter.
Shout out Doug Cook.
Legend.
Send us some more parts if you need. Yeah, it's I'm a huge fan of cars like within the burnouts to be presented tidy.
Yeah.
My car is a mechanical injected burnout car that starts off the key.
Oh, beauty.
Literally lean in, pull the fuel shut off, turn the key, crank the car starts.
Yeah.
Like anyone can operate. You can jump in it and pull the fuel shut off and have a drive.
Yeah.
Like I like that clean, tidy. Like I put the cup holders back in it so we can put our drinks in it.
Yeah.
Like all the way down the centre console, everything's back in there, all the stereo's back in it. Doesn't work, but it's in there. Dash lights work.
Yeah.
Just
So this isn't
You like
just
a
for
fit and finish.
Yeah.
it's got to be tidy.
I was going to say, this isn't just for skids, this is for like super cruise type stuff as well.
whatever I
obviously.
can drive it.
Yeah.
Like I've joked to the boys, we're taking it to Macca's.
Yeah.
Like I want to enjoy the car.
Yeah, you'll only do it once, but you'll
Yeah,
do
we're
it.
going. Yep. So I just the car's just I enjoy a car that's tidy and back together.
I've got to say though, if you do get the chance, Red Centre Nationals, we went a couple of years back,
Yep.
and you get all these cars get permits to run on the street,
Yeah.
and you do the Macca's run on Sunday morning. Dude, it is a sight to behold.
It's on the list.
If you
Yeah.
if you get the opportunity,
Yep.
we've been lucky enough to spend the weekend in Alice Springs for
Yeah,
Red
yep.
Centre Nats, and it's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
It's a really good vibe, man, because
Yep.
it's like you go to a lot of these shows, like if you go to Motivation or Summer Nats, or you know, the event is contained to the Motoplex
Yep.
or the convention centre.
Yep.
Red Centre Nats, the event takes over the entire town.
town, yeah.
Literally the
Yep.
entire town, and it's it's really cool.
I suppose that brings the atmosphere to something too. Like the atmosphere at an event is huge.
Yep.
Like I like going to an event and there's actually a lot going on.
Yeah, and you can actually, even when there's nothing going on, you can still just get in the
Yeah.
car and go for a bit of a drive.
Yeah.
Like, because, you know, you do a weekend at Motivation or Summer Nats or whatever, you don't get that much. Or Summer Nats is probably a poor example, but Motivation, you know, you don't get that much seat time really, I don't think, over the 2 days.
No.
In comparison, anyway.
No.
Yeah.
So just to circle back, I think I kind of hijacked your question there. We were sort of going from the styling of the car. We'll go back to the sort of componentry. Sort of what you've got that 6 litre setup in
Yep.
there. What's the stuff that's surrounding it that's going to make this thing work?
So engine-wise, it's mechanical injected with a Fuel Tech ECU.
Okay.
Yep. So it's got Fuel Tech in it.
Yeah.
FT, what, 600?
550.
550?
Yep. So screen in it.
I guess it probably doesn't need all that I/O because you're doing the mechanical injection, right? Or-
The car is built like an AFI car
Yeah.
with a fuel tap on the top.
Yeah,
It's
right.
got water temp, water pressure, oil temperature, oil pressure, transmission temp, trans pressure, everything. It'll have fuel pressure put in it as well.
Yeah, you can data log all of it.
Data
yeah.
log everything.
Yeah.
It's getting EJTs put in it as well. It's got an oil heater in the sump. Like it's pretty much everything technology-wise I could put in that car to do a burnout.
To keep it alive.
Keep it alive and
Yeah.
like just I want to be able to go out there and have fun in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So mechanical injection then, is that because your old boys is mech injected? So you're like, yeah, we're just doing that, and you didn't want to go the EFI, like go full EFI, or was there another reason why?
I'm biased to the mechanical. The sound of a mechanical injected car is just it's different.
Yeah. Oh yeah. When we first seen Matt McCabe's setup, like
Yeah.
yeah.
That's Phoenix
It
GBS
does-
for
yeah.
those who
Yeah,
playing
yeah.
at home.
Yeah, sorry,
Yeah.
I should have mentioned that,
Yeah.
but yeah, it doesn't sound like a normal sort of
No,
like
it-
generic
It's
LS
the
blown
deep
car.
sound of
Oh,
them is just
yeah.
incredible.
Yeah.
I like all sorts. You know, EFI, carby, mechanical. They've all got a place. Everyone likes their own recipe. For me, I'm just like, I like mechanical.
I think for burnouts, mechanical is probably the way to go, though, right?
The EFI cars are quite reliable. As much as I don't like to say EFI, like their cars are reliable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just with the technology in them, literally cylinder trimming, like with data behind every single injector. The computer can maintain that. It can adjust on the go. It's has a lot more of its advantages, but then, I don't know.
Yours will probably be able to do a lot of that though. Like if you see certain, say, temperature ranges or whatever, you'll be able to pull timing or add timing.
Yeah, we'll be able to do timing, but that's
but
about
not,
it.
not
No
fuel. Yeah.
Nah.
The good thing is when you roll off the pad, if something's not quite right, as long as you know how to read those lines properly,
Yep.
you'll be able to pick up a problem long before it costs you a lot of money.
100%. And the Fuel Tech ECU, the safety parameters is,
Yeah.
I think it's within like 0.2 of a second. It can actually stop an engine from when something goes wrong to actually shutting the ignition off, which is huge. Like, so to have all them sensors in my car to something go, oil pressure drop, it literally just shut my car off.
Yeah.
We'll just push it off and go home and have a look at it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even if it's not a huge dollar motor, it's money.
But starting with a basic engine, you're going to get all your bugs and everything sorted, so then you can put something nice in. So you might as well have all the groundwork ready.
Yeah.
You learn how the system works.
Yeah.
So that once there is some money invested into a motor,
definitely.
you're not learning then. You're sort of getting all your bugs out.
Yeah, like the motor in it wasn't cheap either. Still, it's
Yeah.
got hand ported heads on it and 6 litre with a custom cam and all the good stuff in it still.
Oh, just maintaining cars can get expensive these days.
Yeah.
Oil ain't cheap no more.
No.
Yeah, so like oil every comp and fuel and
Yeah.
time as well.
Yeah. Oh, I think it probably goes without saying, but it's going to be running on methanol.
Yeah, methanol. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Methanol, mechanical injection.
Yeah. What's
Yeah.
the rest of the driveline?
So
Trans and diff?
So it's got, funny enough, it's got the transmission out of Aiden's Tirana in it.
Oh,
right.
yeah.
Yep, the 2-speed power glide. I actually grabbed that off of him when he changed out to the 4-speed.
Yeah.
Yep, so another car community person. I grabbed that off of him and put that in it. So
Yeah.
it's got the power glide in it.
And that was probably built at midnight the day before an event, and it'll fucking last forever because that's just how Aiden rolls.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely, yeah. So I brought the box, had my transmission guy that I use check over it, and we chucked it back in the car, and good to go.
Yeah.
Yep. So I'm yet to drive it,
Yeah.
but
The rear end on those, they're usually IRS. Is that still
it's got
there?
the IRS in it, factory 3.7 gears, which is perfect.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Yep. Got the MIG welder in there last week and fixed
Filled
that.
it. Yeah. Filled it.
Yeah, fix that. The car is a heavy car,
Yeah.
being such a big car. So I'm like, right, I'll just spend money on things that I can take out if I don't like the car. Obviously, like,
I see. So if you want to reshell it
if
or
I want to
something.
reshell it, yep. So
'Cause that's what I was going to ask. Would you be tempted to tub it and put a
Rear
4-link or something in it
Yeah.
to, obviously once you start belting heaps of sets, you can bring the
Yeah,
track in and you don't have to worry so much.
honestly, I'm gonna put leaf spring under it.
Okay.
Yep, just leaf spring.
Interesting.
Leaf spring with an E-Series Falcon diff.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Is that for simplicity?
Just easy.
Yeah.
Budget, cheap, friendly. It works.
Yeah.
Literally, probably one of the best drivers in Australia. Lynchy's got leaf spring under his car.
Yeah.
And works.
Yeah.
Lots of cars over east have leaf spring under them. I don't see why not. 4-link is nice, but
Spendy.
I just want to do it at home in the shed with my old boy and
Yeah.
a couple of old drums of methanol and sit the diff on it and some leaf springs and we'll get into the MIG welder and we'll make it happen.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, there's certainly something to be said for doing more with less.
Yeah, yep. Oh, if we can save a bit of money there, we can spend it on another set of tyres.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go again.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yep.
Yeah, it's definitely worth getting rid of the IRS though, I believe. In comparison,
definitely.
like
Yeah.
one of mine and Jeff's friends, Josh, he's just started getting into the skid scene a bit. Well, he's been doing it a little while, just the Falcon
Yep.
6-cylinder stuff,
Yeah,
and
yep.
Yeah.
he's wanting to put a diff in
Yep.
later on. And
Yeah, nice. Yep.
I don't know, it's just something cool to do as well.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like I get enjoyment out of building stuff and putting stuff together myself. Like
It's that satisfaction you
Oh,
get at the end.
definitely.
Yeah.
It might not be right 2 or 3 times, but I learn as I go. I can just, me and my old boy just self-taught, I guess, and just
Yeah.
give it a fair go. And yeah,
And at the end of the weekend, when you got them bloody knuckles and there's tools fucking all over the shed, you can stand back and get that instant gratification going, fuck, that turned out all right.
yeah, and you got to go find the spanners you've thrown.
Yeah.
Yeah, so so it's definitely just that, self-satisfaction I like.
Yeah.
I've got a habit of buying things and pulling them apart and fixing them and selling them unfinished and
Yeah.
buying the next project and having a go at that. And all my mates stir me up, oh, you're going to finish a project? And I'm like, man, I love this stuff. Like,
Yeah.
I'm happy to pull stuff apart and work on it and just tinker.
Yeah.
See, pulling stuff past the easy bit, it's putting it back together that's the hard part.
Definitely. Yep. Yeah, just building the stuff, I guess, is the fun part.
Yeah.
You know, then I get to like a point and I'm like, this is boring. Like, what can I do now?
Yeah.
Like, just ADHD.
Yeah.
It kills me.
Yeah.
So the Lexus being finished is Toyota, Lexus, same thing.
Yeah.
It's got Lexus badges on it. Just, excited to be finished. And
So it's getting tuned tomorrow, you said?
tomorrow.
All right. You're going to be in for your long day, you reckon, or what?
We should be right.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed.
What sort of expectations have you got?
Power-wise,
Oh, just in general, yeah.
I wanted to drive back in the truck and that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be happy.
Yeah.
Yep, that's all I'm after.
Right on.
Yep.
So you don't have a power figure in mind that you're like,
No.
if this thing doesn't make 500, I'm going to burn it?
No.
Nah.
Nah, turn tyres, it'll be fine.
Yeah, absolutely.
I've got faith in the guy that's done the motor and his cars are quite reliable and they work.
Yeah.
I couldn't count the figure at the end of it. If it works, it works.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
know.
Sometimes, people pick a figure, but for what? Like a lot of the time the figure has absolutely no bearing on what the car's actually going to do. It's just a number plucked out of the air.
100%. We could put 15, 20 pound in it and go, we'll make 1,000 horsepower.
Yeah,
For how long?
yeah.
Like, it's not exciting picking up pieces off of a burnout pad.
Well, that's going to be exciting, mate. You'll have it's always, dyno days are always a long day. You think, we'll be up there a couple of power runs, a couple of hours, we'll be done. Nah, they're always a long day.
Oh, definitely.
But
yeah.
there's nothing better though, particularly if it does drive on the trailer at the end of it.
Oh, yeah, hopefully.
Yeah.
We've done everything right. Everything's new, brand new,
Yeah.
done to suit. Like, yeah,
Good parts.
fingers crossed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's everything good in there. I haven't, I'm all for saving a bit of money and buying something a bit cheaper, but I'm like, I haven't done it this time.
Yeah.
There's genuine sensors through the car, GM crank sensors and stuff. Like, everything is sort of done
Right.
properly, yeah. And hopefully it pays off.
Yeah. No, best of luck, mate. Hopefully it works out for you.
It'll be Friday, 6 o'clock at Rubber Rampage is when we'll find out.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
So you teased earlier that the LS is going to come out and there'd be another engine. Is that something you want to talk about, or is that something that's a little bit secret squirrel?
No, I want to put a big block in it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's the
mechanical
go.
injected big block. Probably like a sort of smallish cube engine so we can rev it.
Yeah.
I like things that rev.
Yeah.
Just got a soft spot for things that turn RPM. Like Aiden's Tirana, for example. It's just music when it sings.
Yeah.
Like, there's a lot of cars out there now that are sort of turning those RPMs that, just something about it.
But kind of like the LS though, the 454, as the Americans are sort of starting to clue onto now, a lot of the people sort of moving from the LS to the big block stuff. 454s, parts are plenty,
Yep.
reasonably cheap. They hold wicked power with minimal changes
Yeah,
required.
definitely.
You
Yep.
know, like
And just bang for buck, I guess. Like, you spend 20 grand on an LS, you get 800 horsepower. You spend 20 grand on a big block and it'll make 1,000.
yeah,
Like, you do make more power from that engine, obviously being a bigger engine.
yeah,
But as it comes down to anything, it's who screws it together and the quality of parts, and
yeah.
the cost of parts is only going up. So 20 grand probably won't get me there by the
No.
time we go to do it.
Yeah. Do you remember flicking through the magazines? You'd have like the Shaffer-off crate engines at the back, and you get like a 502 for 16 grand landed.
Yeah,
One of my mates, Baz, got a 540 like years ago now for his ute, and I'm sure he only paid like 25 grand for that.
Yeah.
I think or 20 or 25 from like Rocket or
Yeah,
VPW.
yeah,
like,
basically.
you just can't do it now.
those
No.
big poor engines or whatever they were as well. They were in there as
Yeah, yeah.
Three-
The Torq Power big bore engines.
304 Chev for 7 grand with the manifold on it, and it's like, man, you can't even buy a crank for that for a good motor nowadays.
No.
You spend 10 grand on a crank.
Yeah. So Rubber Rampage is around the corner.
It's
As we're recording now, you've got what, a week and a bit to go.
yeah,
Yeah.
probably 3 days for us as a team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you're going to have your ass hanging out. Let's talk about Rubber Rampage and sort of what sort of led you to here, I guess.
Oh, probably back to Collie, I guess.
Yeah.
Back to the home ground, and nothing happening up there. You ever had a couple of small burnout comps through their time up there, and there's been nothing sort of as of late. We were like, we should do something. And I got a notepad out, my little book, and I'm putting ideas in there with a pen, and would be pretty cool to do there, and sort of right, who do we do it with? So that's where James come into this, which is the other side of this with me. And like, let's do this. Yeah, let's go. We thought this would be the greatest thing ever. It's going to be easy.
Yeah.
You know? Put a post on Facebook and everyone will come. And yeah, so we sort of just went from there, and we're like, oh, let's get, you know, an event happening up there. Everyone likes Collie, and see how we go. And it was obviously blown up from there and grown, and obviously as it's gotten, you know, more support, we've been more passionate ourselves into it, and you know, they're supporting us, like, let's do it.
Yeah.
And you know, put more hours into it, and you know, more effort, and sort of chased it, I guess.
Yeah.
So
It's one of those things, like you say, people do like Collie. Gazzanats was quite a successful event up there. When Gary and Debbie Myers had their event up there.
Yep.
Obviously, things didn't quite work out for that setup up there. I think it was just politics between the Myers and the Collie Motorsports group. And it was a real shame. Like, honestly, it really was.
Oh, definitely.
A great shame to lose the event.
Gazzanats for WA was like the pinnacle, like through the time.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, we've got other good events as well, but everyone refers back to Gazzanats. Like, obviously that's Collie as well, like something that was there.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, man, we wish Gazzanats was back, and we all do.
Yeah.
Like, it was huge.
So is that the kind of feel that you want to try and bring back? Obviously, I'm not saying that you're trying to copy Gazzanats, but is that the kind of vibe that you'd like want to try and bring back to the track?
We pretty much, obviously as entrants and spectators for a lot of events, we seen a lot of things we liked from other events, and when we set about doing this one, we're like, right, you know, take all the good things we've seen from other events and put them into something good that we can, you know,
Manage, yeah.
Yep. So that was sort of where that grew, and obviously Gazzanats did a lot of good things up there. A few of our ideas of things that we've got happening are, you know, from them or what they did.
Yeah.
We're not trying to copy their ideas and that, but it worked in a really good aspect. So for us, it's like, we're silly not to do it.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was our idea, pretty much to not create a burnout event for the burnouts. It was to create a festival, is pretty much what we labelled it as we want something everyone can enjoy and be a part of, like the whole lot.
Yeah.
We want people to walk over that bridge and step off into the place and be like, wow, this is cool. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, the music cranking, people everywhere, and actually really bring a vibe to the venue, which the Collie Motorplex has a good vibe.
It really does, yeah.
Like, even when it's a small event, like a small burnout day or a track day or something, you still go there and there's a vibe to that place that's not a lot of places, you know, have.
Yeah.
And yeah, we really wanted to work on that and grow it to be, you know, a festival and something for everyone, really. It's obviously having kids of my own now and seeing them enjoy these things and wanting people to bring their families to this event is where we really drove that, like, direction for the event.
Mm-hmm. Not just the hardcore burnout guys.
Nah, well, obviously the burnout guys are the main attraction.
Yeah.
To put the show on the pad, but
they're going to put the bums on the seats. But
but you know, they also come with a family and they come with kids as well, and you know, the kids are happy, the wife's happy, everyone's happy, and can have a good weekend.
Yeah, awesome.
What
was sort of the catalyst to get you thinking along this way, that you could, like, that maybe this is something that you could actually get off the ground?
I like a challenge.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like a challenge of, like, you know, those, like, you know, people doubt you. Nah, it's not going to work. Yes, it will.
Yeah.
Like, I'll make it work.
Yeah.
Like that sort of.
Yeah.
Like
tell me I can't. I'll show you I can.
Tell me I can't. I'll do it twice as much.
Yeah.
That's sort of where that really grew from. You know, a few people were like, oh, you know, nothing's going to happen up at the Motoplex, and we're like, hang on. Like, so me and James went up there and had a meeting with Anna at the Collie Motorplex, and sat there.
I was going to ask. I was interested because, you know, we've heard before that it's hard that people. The club changes as well. Don't get me wrong. There's people come and go, just like Barbagallo, like the track people, they're the ones that kill these sort of the style of event that we're talking about. Your Power Cruise, Gazzanats style of event. They don't like them.
You've got track staff, and then you've got the club that sort of manage the track, right? So you've got two interfaces that you need to please.
And usually the people that are involved in the track, if they like something, they look after it. So, like, you know, like the burnout side of things, it's looked down upon us to a little bit.
Yeah.
Like,
the drifters had a pretty hard go out there for a while as well.
Definitely. Yep. So they're out there now. They've got events happening throughout the year as well. They've, as you say, the club changes over time and things change, and the relationships forming up at the Motoplex nowadays are
Are a lot better?
100%.
Yeah, okay.
Yep.
Do you think that people are starting to see burnouts as a legitimate motorsport? Obviously, as events have started coming up, and some of these are starting to pony up some pretty decent prize money, and we'll sort of get into what you guys are running later as well.
Yep.
Do you think that it's a shift in perception? I've got something on me?
Mosquito.
Mozzie. Oh,
You
no.
did.
I was going to get it.
Do you think that this is shifting the perspective that, okay, this isn't just bogans punching tyres, this is actually a legitimate motorsport?
Yeah, definitely. Like the social media image around burnouts is hard. Like a lot of people are like, it's as you say, like it's a bit bogan. But then honestly, some of the nicest people you'll meet are the people there. Like,
Oh, for sure.
these guys will pull parts off their car and they push their car on the trailer for you to finish a burnout and they don't even know you.
Yeah.
Like the friendships and people that you don't even know helping each other is huge within the burnouts. It's but on the social media it doesn't look like that.
Yeah.
But as
Well, there's a difference between the burnout circuit or the burnout community and the hoons on the street. But unfortunately, it's the hoons on the street that get tied to it, right?
Oh, definitely, especially on the social media.
Yeah.
Those videos go viral.
Yeah. Great for views. Not great for us though.
Really?
Not great for car guys in general, and not great for burnout. Like,
We're all guilty of watching them. We think they're great.
yeah,
But then the overall thing, I'm like, oh man, yeah. It doesn't do
it's
us
just a time and a
favours.
place thing for me, really.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Yeah, definitely. It makes it hard. Obviously, trying to grow this as an event to be professional and move forward with corporate businesses and stuff like that. It's huge.
Yeah.
Well, I guess just the track people. At the end of the day, everything rolls down to dollars and cents, doesn't it? So
sure.
if you're not letting burnout events happen, then you're not getting the money that they generate, So the track will just sit there empty for the weekend instead. So you've got to, I guess you got to get that new blood in that's willing to take it on. It's a hard line to sort of get everyone to act the way you need them to look after the track. That's, I think, the main concern with everything is the tracks
Yeah, definitely.
getting rooted and getting damaged.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So
100%.
it's kind of hard though when you get white knuckled and you're all G'd up and you're on rims, So
Oh, definitely.
it's just a bit of a juggling act, And it's like from a promoting aspect, it's like, all right, am I going to kick this dude out, or that's going to be where it gets super tricky because it's just a tricky one.
So we spent a few hours up at the Collie Motorplex in a meeting with Anna, just making a plan, and went to what we had and our idea, what we wanted to do, and she was really good and super helpful and no dramas, let's do it, and worked with us really well.
Yeah. I've never dealt with Anna directly, but she seems to be very open-minded, very progressive sort of person in that, she wants good things to come to the track, but then she's obviously got an obligation to, like you say, take care of the facility. So long as you guys are reasonable with your proposal, I don't see why she wouldn't be. Yeah.
She's got to protect an investment, really.
100%. That's the tricky thing. You want to, because I was going to ask, are you having the drive? What are you doing on the track outside?
We've got a family cruise. We've asked for a family cruise, and Anna was super keen to do a family. We called it a family parade. So pretty much anyone that's entered can take their car out on the track, put the kids in the car, and go for a lap around the track, and that's it. If you can't control yourself and do burnouts on the track, just hold off.
Yeah.
There's plenty of time on the pad.
Yeah.
We just, we push that for everyone with going with the festival thing again. Not everyone wants to watch burnouts on the pad, but kids are happy to watch cars go past, and entrants and families, and kids have never been in the cars, and I get to go for a drive. Like, my little one, super excited. Oh, we get to go for a drive, Dad. I'm like, yeah, mate, yeah, we're going to go for a drive. Like,
how good.
yeah, so...
Core, and like I say, these are core memories. Like, core memories that you had as a young fella in Manjimup, watching the static burnouts. That's going to be for your young fella now.
Yeah,
cruising around the track with Dad.
Yeah, but it's my little daughter, So she's the one that's keen.
Yeah.
My son, he's not old enough yet to understand, but yeah, just pokes the car and looks at it at the moment, but he'll get there.
Yeah.
But for her, she's, all over it.
So the family parade, is that kind of like a, I guess, sticking your foot in the door so that maybe if you can sort of prove yourself and put a bit of a case forward that you can sort of move towards a Super Cruise sort of setup, or do you think that there's no possibility of that?
Depends how everyone goes and does the right thing, I guess, at this event.
Yeah.
It's all about building that relationship.
Of course.
If everyone, does the right thing and, as a whole builds that relationship together.
Yeah.
We never know what, the future brings for it. Obviously, can't make promises, but it'd be nice.
Yeah, that's on the wish list.
Oh, definitely on the wish list, actually,
It was kind of just a hard sell. It was like, we're not doing that here anymore. Was that what the vibe was?
For your first time as well, it's like this is a brand new event, a brand new crew of people who are bringing something new to the track. You've probably got to do your apprenticeship, I guess.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, yep. And there's a lot of money invested in that surface on that track. Like it is a quality surface on that track. Like, I understand it's an investment. We're one event for the year and they hold an event every single weekend. So we're just the little guy in the picture as well. Like, but we're a part of it, which is good.
Yeah.
But I made the joke around. I said, we get good. Give us a couple of years. I said, we'll put a skid row in somewhere. Works for everyone. And she's like, we'll see.
Yeah.
But
hey, she didn't say no.
She didn't say no, but it's always good to just, drop the idea.
Yeah, plant the seed.
Yep, next year. Hey, remember we had that chat?
Yeah.
So.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so that's obviously long-term goal. It'd be good to get more there.
Yeah.
But something's better than nothing for everyone, I guess, at this moment.
That's it.
So what's the event program look like? Is it Friday roll-in?
Yep, so Friday roll-in. We've got a dash for cash, so it's $25 buy-in, $500 for each winner. So open, sportsman and pro class, $500 each to win.
Yep.
$25 buy-in.
Yep. And that'll pay for your entry for the weekend if you win that.
$500 pay for your fuel, tyres and entry.
Yep. Very nice.
So, and so we've got pretty much till midnight, Friday night. After Dash for Cash, we'll have open pad for parties.
Yep.
And then Saturday, same thing, 6 o'clock gates open till midnight again.
Wow, 6 o'clock in the morning.
Yep.
Wow, that's a long day.
Yep, so the gates will open for everyone to get in and be there, ready to go. Scrutineering will shut at 10 o'clock.
Okay.
And then good to go.
Right on.
Into it.
So what sort of program are we running on Saturday? I'm assuming if scrutiny is running till 10, you're not actually going to start sort of proceedings until 10 o'clock? Is that like when the heats start?
The burnouts will start at about 9:30.
Okay.
Because obviously there's already car scrutiny Friday that'll be there that haven't done Dash for Cash. So it'll be like, right, we want to get our skid done.
Yep.
So they'll get going straight away. And
so is the Dash for Cash, does that count as a heat or is that a standalone? Okay.
We would like to have done it separate. We have 120 cars locked in, paid for, ready to go.
Damn.
We capped our entries. We have 225 people registered to enter.
Wow. Congratulations. That's a decent effort.
Yeah, definitely. Like it feels like we're on the right path.
Yeah.
We capped our entrance at 120. We wanted to give everyone that's entered a good weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah. We looked at opening it up, like, do we open it up and have more cars and have one qualifying, burnout, then your finals? But they're like, no, like everyone gets their 2 burnouts, have a good weekend, make finals, open pad. You could get 4 sets of tyres, 5 sets of tyres. Depends how it all schedules out and it flows through the day.
Yeah.
Obviously, being our first event, we're like, righto, working at that venue, like how things roll, and for time scheduling, we've got a little bit of room up our sleeve for open pad.
Yeah.
For everyone to get back out and have some fun.
Yep.
That's just.
So your points from Friday night count as heat points.
As one of your qualifiers.
Yeah, right on.
Yeah. Just we didn't really want to do it that way, but to flow the event and be
Look, it does make sense.
a good event for everyone, we did it that way.
But also for some entrants, it'd be like, is a $500 comp on the Friday night worth putting that much wear on the engine to then have to then do a qualifier and a final? You know what I mean?
Yeah, it goes the other way. A lot of cars will be like, oh, well, I don't want to do that. Then 2 qualifiers, and then if I make the finals, I've got 4 sets on it. And it also helps with the guys with like some of the blown cars that want to, maintain their cars in between. Some of them do oil changes, and to turn that car around twice in a day, it's a lot of work.
Yeah.
And it's a lot of money to miss something, especially if they're like thoroughly checking it. Like some of these guys, pull plugs and
They've got full pit crews.
make sure everything's 100%. They're oil out, new oil. They're maintaining these investments as well.
Awesome.
So
yeah, Saturday, more qualifying skids.
Yep. So we've got first qualifying in the morning, then we'll have a smooth cruise, like family cruise around the track for everyone. We'll get in the second round of qualifying. Then we've got another round of family cruise, and then we'll release our finals after the cruise. And then we'll get into our finals, presentations, and then the paddock will open up again if we've got enough time.
Yeah.
For
bit of an after party.
Oh, yep. So we've really adjusted our time schedule around sort of the family side as well.
Yeah.
Like our presentations will finish sort of around 10 o'clock, so everyone can hang around and be a part of it.
Sure.
And then if you want to hang around after and watch the party again, but if you want to take the kids home and stuff, it's sort of trying to really accommodate that time for everyone.
But you've also managed to get camping on site as well, right?
Yeah, so all the entrants can camp. Yep.
Yeah.
A lot of spectators have asked if they can camp. We just don't have the room for it.
No.
It'll be quite tight as it is.
Yeah.
But moving forward, next year we'll look at our options.
Yep.
Of what we can do there.
Yeah.
If we can do
there's a lot of space out there. Whether it's space that you can use, I guess, is the question.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Like I think, even as what we are, it fills up pretty fast out there.
Oh yeah. Yeah, particularly when you got tow rigs, trailers, they take up a lot of room.
Yeah. So our trailers won't actually be in the area where we're having the event.
Okay.
Yep. They will be out the back on the main track, on the big track.
Yeah, right. On the extension.
Yep. Tucked out there, all lined up.
Good thinking.
Yep.
Yeah, good thinking. Use that space.
Gazzanats did the same thing. All the trailers sat out there and just make room. Then everyone can have their camping and stuff like that.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, because when you go out there for, say, like a drifting or like a test and tune or whatever, when you've got all the tow rigs and the trailers out there, there wouldn't be 120 cars for those events a lot of the time, but there's not much room to spare.
No, there's not. Yeah, definitely. And some of these guys have got big setups too.
Oh, yeah. And they're only getting bigger.
Yeah, definitely. These guys have got like 30 foot, 40 foot trailers and they've got the burnout car that rolls out the back of them. And it's like, gee, man,
That's the dream, bud, isn't it?
Yeah.
Takes up a lot of real estate.
Yeah. I've got a trailer that's 40 foot. It doesn't look nothing like this. I'm still building it. But one day.
Nice.
Yeah. So, it'll just be all organised and
and
really,
you've got live music and stuff.
Yep, we've got a DJ both nights.
Excellent.
Yep. We trying to sort of cover all areas.
Yeah.
Most important thing, prize money. That's what brings the guys.
Through that.
What's the deal with that?
Prize money brings crew.
These amazing trophies are amazing, however.
That is just the top.
Yeah.
Our trophies, we wanted something cool. We, back to the prize money, we said, what do we do? Let's put some good prize money up. These guys are spending serious money. Obviously building my own car, I know what's in there. In my car, I've sort of, tried to keep on a budget. Some of these cars are these guys have spent some big money on. I'm like, man, I could only imagine. So we sort of, let's put good prize money up and see what we can make happen. So we've got $34,000 in cash to give away as prizes, plus our prizes and trophies.
Yeah.
Damn, 34 grand in cash. That's a fair kitty.
It's a fair kitty, yeah. Yeah.
You guys have worked hard to get that happening.
Yeah, I'm bummed I'm on the other side of the fence with a vest on. I've got my car finally running and I'm on the other side.
Yeah.
I'm like, man, damn. Like, but the prize money in the burnout scene is
It's getting up there.
it's getting
eh?
up there. Yeah, a lot of events are really picking up.
Yeah.
You know, even Bunbury coming up, they've got over $35,000 in cash as well and prizes.
Yeah.
Like, it's huge for the Southwest.
Yeah.
Like, 2 events, they're 70 grand.
It's wild, isn't it?
For the Southwest, that's huge.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
So you got the 3 classes, was it Sportsman, Open, Pro?
no, so we've actually got Young Guns as well.
Oh, right on.
So our insurance provider, AASA, we can sign a waiver with a parent passenger for 14 years to 17.
Okay.
So we've actually done a Young Guns division.
Right on.
Yeah.
So you get some 14-year-olds out there turning tyres.
Then we got 21 of them.
Wow.
It's huge.
That's impressive.
We've really pushed for the Young Guns to be something at our event.
I think that's a great thing because in this day and age of EVs and, trying to push people away from motorsport, to try and nurture that next generation, because obviously they're the ones that are going to have to keep it going, right?
100%, yeah, 100%.
Like
Yep.
to try and nurture that next generation and keep them interested and involved, what better way than to put them in the driver's seat?
Oh, and they're keen. Like my Facebook page, they are probably half of the messages of the young kids.
Oh, of course, yeah.
They're just double checking things, making sure and they are super keen. Like I approved one of them, I approved his entry, and he literally paid within 7 minutes. 7 minutes. The
He's
money.
on, Mom, get the money.
Tapping it away. 7 minutes. And I don't know how many minutes it took to clear to the bank, but it was in the account within 7 minutes. And I was like, wow, like these young guns are keen. So KJB and Bunbury have actually come on board as the sponsor for our young guns.
Awesome.
Yep, so Kyle and Ricky
Yeah, I
did
was going
that.
to say, Kyle supports a lot of
He's
youngsters in
huge,
racing and
huge in
stuff
there.
like that. He's,
Yep.
he's massive on it, yeah.
Loves it. Like him and Ricky, yeah, really supportive. They do the speedway, the junior sedans
Yeah.
in the speedway. And I was,
Yeah.
who's a better person to drop into Kyle? Hey,
Yeah.
mate. And he's like, yeah, no dramas. Yep, we'll do it. And Ricky pulled in about 10 minutes later and he's like, oh, we've sponsored the Burnouts. And she's like, what?
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, the young
done
guns. Yep. And she's like, yep, no dramas. Didn't think twice.
Yeah.
Right.
So the young guns, we structured that a little bit different with our prizes. We're giving them guys tools,
Yeah.
trolley jacks, rattle
Smart.
guns. I'm not exactly sure what Ricky and Kyle have got together, but I know they're along the lines of those sort of stuff.
Yeah.
We wanted to give these guys something that they can bring back next year and be like, man, I won this.
Well, it's like, yeah, you're trying to improve a young bloke's program.
Yeah, 100%. Trying
Like-
to help him. Yeah.
Yeah. Do they know how to spend money yet? Probably not. Will they buy those important tools that they need with the money? Probably not. But if you give them the tools, that'll be invaluable.
No, like southbound McDonald's would be,
Yeah.
straight away. Like I know what I was like with $50 as a kid.
Yeah.
Like it was at the deli. Like we'll buy lollies.
Yeah,
Still
absolutely.
probably do, but
Yeah.
that was our idea behind that, was to give them something that they can bring back and have a memory attached to it as well. Like that rattle gun, every time they're using it, like, man, I won that thing. Like that's mine. Like
Yeah.
that was mine from Rubber Rampage.
Yeah,
Like, yeah. And even our trophies, like we have custom 3D printed things on our trophies. Our trophies start, the young guns, their first place is 1.2 metres tall.
Damn. It's going to be taller than half 14-year-olds.
I made the joke when I was like, right, what do we do for trophies? So Eric up in Collie does a lot of the trophies for Collie. So like, right, let's go local. We'll start there. I made the joke. I said, Eric, I want someone's kid to wheel this thing out with caster wheels. And he laughed and he goes, yeah, no dramas. And he sent me back the photos and the measurements and I was like, okay, I'll get some caster wheels.
Yeah. Great.
So our blown Pro Class first place stands just under 2 metres tall.
What the hell?
It's,
Jesus.
yeah, custom built.
You're going to need a 40-foot trailer to get the fucking thing home.
Lucky these guys have got big trailers nowadays.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we just joked and we're like, we want the biggest trophies.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just do something cool, like.
Hey, that's the point of difference, though, isn't it? Like,
Yeah.
you go to some event and the big novelty check isn't necessarily what you're going there for. You're going there for the trophy.
Yeah,
And if
yeah.
that's one that sits Well, not in the cabinet because it won't fucking fit, but next to it.
No, that's why we've made the joke, like, hey guys, make room on the floor. Like, the trophy will be sitting there. Like,
Yeah.
don't worry about the shelf.
Yeah.
Like, they're not going to fit on shelves. And they're all custom made. All of the cars, like a lot of our entrants are all printed on the actual legs around the trophies.
Yeah.
Our sponsors are all printed in the gaps on the trophy legs as well.
Perfect.
Yeah, and then I've got a 3D printer at home, and I actually 3D printed the Hall Pack tyres from Collie.
Yeah.
So I've got orange, white in every single trophy, like across the line.
Yeah.
And the plaques actually sit in them. So as the trophies sit on the table, they have the orange and white Hall Pack tyres from Collie.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, just that vibe from Collie again to
Yeah.
put back into it. And
Awesome.
everyone knows the Hall Pack tyres at Collie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
'Cause they
Yeah.
don't
Don't
move.
crash into
They
them.
don't move.
No.
Yeah, like some say they're less forgiving than concrete. Concrete, you slide along it, the Hall Pack tyres are round. You
Yeah.
hit them, you feel it.
Yeah.
The rubber gives back.
Yeah.
Like,
No, man, it sounds super exciting. I'm actually pretty pumped to come up and check it out.
Yeah.
Next weekend. And particularly now after sort of
weekend
talk.
after.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah.
Don't do
Well,
that to
by
me.
the time this comes out, it'll
Yeah.
be next weekend.
Yep.
But yeah, no, it's going to be a pretty
Yeah.
banger sort of event, dude.
Hopefully, yeah. We've got a lot of following. Like,
Hmm.
the Facebook page has blown up. We've got 255,000 views on the page.
Yeah.
Got posts that have been shared in America at
Wow.
the moment. Like,
Yeah.
it's literally the photo of the trophy that I put on Facebook actually got shared to America.
Yeah.
A guy that runs Skids for Kids. I'm not sure if you've heard of that in America.
Yeah.
They do the charity thing.
Yeah.
He messaged me this morning, I need those. So he's actually reaching out to the guy and actually getting them made to go to America and actually
Oh,
be a
wow.
part of their charity event that they run.
You're a trendsetter, mate. That's the go.
We're just trying to do something cool.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
just something there.
Yeah.
We don't want to set trends, but we just want to do something that we think's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, obviously it's hopefully going that way.
Yeah. You've dropped KJB as your sponsor for your Young Guns. What other
Yep.
sponsors have you got that have got behind the event to sort of make it what it is?
Man, we've got a list
Yeah.
of sponsors
Yeah.
from hairdressers to, diesel mechanics, everything in between. We've got, everyone is super keen to come on board.
Right on.
There's that with 17 sponsors or something.
Yeah. You don't want to forget no one. Yeah.
Oh man, I'd feel bad if I named them right now and
Yeah.
missed someone, but yeah, there's a lot on our list.
Awesome.
that
Awesome.
are literally, even some of them are like, man, I'm not a fan of burnouts, but hey, let's go.
Yeah.
We'll be there.
How big is the team that you've got to get this thing happening? Obviously, it started with yourself and James.
Yep.
It's going to take more than two blokes to get this thing together.
Oh man, there's a lot of people as well on
Yeah,
board that are super keen to come and be a part of it. Like, people message on the daily, hey man, do you need a hand?
Yeah.
Like, I'll probably get 2 or 3 messages a day. Hey, do you need help? Like, we're keen to help.
Yeah.
Like,
That's
the
good.
amount of support is huge
Excellent.
with
And
it. Yeah.
What sort of media coverage are you going to have over the weekend?
We've got photographers, videographers, Flinty's coming, WA Burnouts,
Awesome.
MP Media's coming, 3 photographers, and then we've also got a couple of the young kids that do like the little video TikToks and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
So we've got 2 of them coming. We've got scaffold. We've got 25 tonne of steel coming for scaffold for spectators.
Oh, right on. Yeah.
Grandstand. We've got a massive grandstand going in. We've got our judging platforms getting built 2 metres above the burnout pad for the judges to
Yeah. Okay.
view over the burnout event.
Now, the judges that are coming, this is a Burnout Masters event, isn't it?
So we actually have 3 Burnout Masters tickets available.
That's a big deal, isn't it?
Yeah, man, it's huge.
To link that in to the big show,
Yeah, definitely.
you've
It's
done
huge.
well. Yeah.
Yeah, so Dom reached out to us and said, hey guys, how would you feel? Like, I was like, yeah.
Wow. So they
Yeah.
approached you. You didn't have to sell it to them. They said, "Hey, we like what you're doing. Do you want to put this on the schedule?"
A phone number rang. I was like, hey, hello. Yeah, it was Dom. Hey mate, this is who I am, and just wanted to know about us and what we're doing, and told him what we're doing, and he said, yep, no dramas, let's do it.
That's killer.
Yeah.
That's really good. That's a real feather in the cap.
Yeah,
for-
definitely.
For, you and the team.
Oh, 100%. Like, for everyone that's behind us to, from, the helpers to everyone,
Yeah.
sponsors, the whole lot to go, look what we got, guys. Like, this is,
Yeah.
everyone should be proud of what we're doing here.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
like it was, and then he reached out to me the other day and he said, hey, I've got 2 more. And I was like, yeah. He said top 3. So first, second, third, we're going to Burnout Masters ticket to Sydney Bonanza in 2026.
Yeah,
right.
killer.
Yeah, so that's huge.
Awesome. What are some of the big names that are locked in?
So, there's a few.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
I've noticed you got the Castlemaine.
yep, so Castlemaine Rod Shop. So Heath and the guys have actually, I reached out to them, so they were at Motivation. And I was like, should get them to stay.
Yeah, the truck's here, boys. You might as well
Truck's
keep it.
here, yeah. And I rang up Heath on the phone. I said, hey, mate, what's your plans with the truck? And he's like, oh, we're going home. And I said, hey, I've got this event. This is what we're doing. I said, I reckon you could be able to park it, at Matty James's house in Perth. He'd be pretty keen. But I hadn't even spoken to him at this stage. And I was like, this would be a good idea. And he's like, yeah, all right. And he rings me back and goes, oh, yeah, I just spoke to Matt and all locked in, mate, we're staying. I was like, oh, cool, man, we'll see you there.
That's insane.
And that was, obviously, other burnout guys that are keen to see something good as well, I guess.
Yeah.
And just went from that phone call.
Amazing. You just shoot your shot.
Yeah, got to be in it to win it,
Absolutely.
Chew and swallow.
Yeah. So I guess that means that the unwanted garage guys are definitely going to be there.
I'm not sure.
Okay.
I think Matt had something tied up with the unwanted. I think he had some pre-plans. I don't know. There could be, a late entry or something. Someone pull out. Like obviously we're capped, but these spots, someone pulls out. Someone might snap it up. We don't know.
Yeah, right on.
Yeah. So, so we've got a couple of cars debuting there.
Okay.
Yeah. So, they're not on the list yet. So we'll see them there and see how they go as well.
Right. So I got some surprise debuts.
Yeah, a couple of surprise coming. Yep.
Excellent.
Yeah, so it should be, good. Like a lot of the cars we have are quality.
Yeah.
So it's hard to pick out of the list and go, big hitters. It's like all of these cars are, quite reliable cars that you could, it's going to be a pretty good competition for, top 20 battle. It's going to be, I could pick, 10 out of that top 20 that I'd be like, man, like they've got a chance here, like straight away.
And with good prize money, they'll be sending it too. So.
Oh, definitely. The guys will be, we're going to see some good show, I think.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Probably what's the biggest learning curve been for you, being that this is sort of your first event, and man, I couldn't imagine trying to pull off something this big. Like you say, you've just sort of made phone calls and things have sort of fallen your way. But what's been the biggest learning curve for anyone who's thinking about getting an event happening? What's the number one piece of advice you'd give them?
Oh, time.
Yeah.
Time, man. My little one, someone says, oh, what's Dad doing? Oh, he's in the office.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Scheduling social media posts.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like scheduling social media and...
I've got to say, that's one thing that you guys have done really well on the lead up to this event, is that you've really made sure that you've got your multiple posts every day and they're all quite well engaging. Like they got good photos.
Yeah.
That's something that you've done exceptionally
Social media
well.
is huge for nowadays.
It's the biggest. It's it.
And I've been having issues with Meta, business side of it that you use for your advertising and scheduling. I've been scheduling posts and they haven't been popping up, and I'm like, oh. There's been a few issues there. So a lot, probably a quarter of them, I've actually had to manually set them on the computer and get on the
do the post.
Do the post and so I've just tried to schedule on time and give shout outs to everyone and write something for each car and put a bit of a story behind it and share something about them and try and engage with these people that are actually watching the page.
Yeah, so it's all just time management and prioritising tasks.
Oh yeah, definitely. It's just the little stuff too. Just lots of little stuff that you don't think about. It's those things that are didn't think of that. Hand wash.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Oh, how much toilet paper you got?
Yeah.
It's I've got burnout cars coming. It's just the little stuff. In the background.
Wristbands.
Yeah, we've got custom printed wristbands. Yeah. For everyone, they've got the rubber Rampage logo on them. Yeah. So pretty much.
You guys going to have all merch and everything for the event there as well?
Yep, so we've got merchandise coming.
Wow.
Yep. We've got the design done, and we've only done a small batch of merch this time.
Yep.
but we've spent good money on it. Like it's good quality stuff. It's not, you know, cheap hoodies and shirts. So obviously like that's brought the batch down a bit smaller.
Yeah. Oh, dude, it's well worth it. Kurt and I have spent heaps of time thinking about what we were doing with our merch and that. And like you say, it's better to order less but have top quality gear.
Yeah, definitely. Yep.
It's just not worth putting out a shit product. I think James asked.
You only want to.
Yeah.
If you wouldn't wear it, you were not going to fucking try and sell it to someone else.
No, that's right. Yeah, and obviously trying to build that event around that quality, and it goes all the way down to that.
Yeah.
You can sell a hoodie for $70 and it'd be just a cheap hoodie, but no, I want that. I want a good product going out the door for everyone.
Yeah.
And people are willing to pay that extra $10.
Oh, definitely.
You know, like especially when you get your hands on a garment, you can tell the second that you pick it up, like that's the shit.
Yep. So we've got AS Colour, I believe it is.
Yeah.
James rang me and he's like, I don't like that model of AS Colour. He said, these ones are the good ones.
Yeah.
So we rang up and, can we change it? Yep, no dramas. And like, just that fine detail, just to the little stuff is what we've really chased.
Yeah.
For, you know, for everyone, for the spectators and for the entrants to all the way down to the, you know, the quality of the merchandise we're going to sell.
Yeah.
You know.
I can already tell, it's the attention to detail that you guys have
definitely.
really been sort of focusing on.
Yep.
And that will shine through.
Yeah,
come the weekend, once it all goes through, that attention to detail is what's going to pay dividends.
Yeah, definitely. And like, you know, we'll be running around like headless chooks and.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're going to need a week off afterwards for sure.
I've literally, my last job is Saturday morning with work.
Yeah.
And then that's it for the into it.
And then it's work.
Yeah. And then you clock in.
Yep, definitely. Then we clock in and back into it again, and the army bands together, and the amount of people that have helped us in the background, like, oh, hey man, I've taken the week off work, and I'm like, man, you guys like, thank you, like, you know, we haven't even got there yet, and it's, you know, thanking them for what they're doing.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, like, so like even like our sponsors, like one of our sponsors has got a road train going to Perth, picking up all the plastic barriers for us and bringing them down. One of our sponsors has jumped on board. Oh, I got portable toilets. I get a good deal on them, and gone and got portable toilets for us, and he's bringing them up. And
that's the kind of stuff that can make or break an event, because that's thousands and thousands of dollars.
Oh yeah.
You know, like,
I mean, we got 7 lighting towers coming, we've got generators coming for backup power, portable toilets. Yeah, it's trying to cover every little aspect of the event for everyone.
No, it's been well thought out, mate.
Yeah.
I bet you're looking forward to just opening the gate and letting that happen.
I think that's going to be the hard part, but that's when it really starts.
I was going to say, once people start steaming in, that's when you lose all control, isn't it?
Yeah.
Then you just got to let the cards play as they lay.
And I think having the team behind us that is super passionate about this as well, you know, it's going to be a lot less stress.
Yeah.
You know, no, go see such and such. Like,
and hopefully they'll all own it like it's their event too.
Oh,
because
100%.
if you got people on board that are like that, they're not going to come to you with small problems. They're just going to find the solution.
Oh, definitely. And that's sort of like our crew that's behind us is like we've really, you know, got people in charge of areas to maintain, to, you know, that's your area. Like, you're the boss. Like, do the right thing.
Yeah.
You know, look after it and, you know, do what you think's right.
Awesome.
So, it should be good. And
it will be.
Yeah.
It'll be good.
It will be, mate. Well, we got some guest questions that we go through with everyone. So we'll use that to sort of wrap things up.
Yep.
If any of you guys have got some extra questions that you think would be good for future guests, let us know. These ones we're not married to them, but we think they're pretty good to start off with.
Yeah.
I think you sort of answered this one before, but we can go. There might be another one. Have you ever lost your license? And was there a fancy story attached to it?
Yeah, I think we covered that early on.
Yeah.
Didn't we?
Yeah. Was there any other times you lost your license, or just the once?
Nah, just the once. I learnt pretty quick. I didn't learn not to do it. I just learnt my places were a lot.
Yeah. Have you had some close calls, but? Being a small country town, you'd have old mate Sergeant just look at you like you're a naughty boy.
They knew what we were up to as long as we did it. Like, we had a gravel road out of town that had
the unwritten rules.
Yeah, the unwritten rules. There was like 6 or 7 90-degree bends on this gravel road, and they were perfect, cambered, 60-70 click in the VN 5-litre, second gear pinned, and they were the best.
Yeah,
they knew what went on out there.
Yeah.
But no, I haven't, not since then.
Right on. Nice work. Which car was the one that got away? And that could either be one that you regret selling or the one that you didn't buy. You wish you had bought.
I had a VS SS 5 litre, white, slammed, twin exhaust out the back, like custom exhaust, big stall converter, yeah, monster tacho, sunroof, back, that era.
Yeah, that was the Collie pack, basically, wasn't it?
Yeah, 11 yellow stickers it had. It was BMW springs in the back.
Yeah.
But I just look at it now, I'm like, man, that car would be cool to, monster tacho up on the dash still now. Like,
isn't that crazy that a clean VSSS at the moment will fetch more money than a clubby?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, something that hasn't got holes in the dash.
Yeah.
Like, holes in the dash kill me. It's just one of my pet hates. Back in the day I would have done it.
Yeah, yeah, we're all guilty of doing things we're not proud of.
But now I look at a car and I'm like, man, what have you done? There's holes in your dash.
Yeah. So what ended up happening to that car? Did you sell it? Crash it?
Sold it.
Yeah, okay.
$5,500, I think I sold it for.
Damn.
Yeah, I thought they were going to stay that price forever, eh?
Oh, didn't we all? To me, they're still worth $5,500. But
yeah, they're still a $5,000 car.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
I have screenshots, like I backed up my phone, one of my old phones, and I had screenshots when I was, sort of back then. It's like cherry black VS Club Sport, like $7,500.
Oh.
I'm like, man, that thing was expensive. That was on my dream list.
Kurt's got a story. It was a cherry black Senator.
Yeah, that's probably my one that got away. It was a cherry black Senator that had like HSV, had the HSV Harrop brakes on it, done in candy. It had a VN twin throttle, 6-speed, 215, sunroof.
Leather.
Had like less than 90,000 Ks on it. It was
Might have been the 1%
like
brand.
honestly, it was like the ultimate one.
I think this one was like 17.
No, it was 25.
25.
No, okay, that wasn't the
But
one.
even 25 would have been a steal.
Yeah.
Nowadays, it's just, you can't buy them.
Now, if you got that
No,
car
you
in
can't
that
buy that
condition, it'd be
car.
125.
Yeah.
I would love a VSSS white with a blown LS in it, but good luck finding an SS front lip.
I got one.
Yeah.
How much? Yeah.
I've got a HSV front bumper. I got a lip.
Oh, we've been collecting for a long time.
It's probably worth what I sold my SS for back in the day.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
What's one tool that you couldn't live without?
Oh, a grinder.
A grinder. You're
That's
another
two.
one. That's two.
That's two.
Yeah.
Come on.
It's the
All right.
same?
Probably.
Aiden was the last guest that we had on, and he said the same thing as grinder.
Yeah, my whole job evolves around a 5-inch grinder, so
Yeah.
I've got many hours, probably more than most, I think.
Yeah.
I think Aiden says it, doesn't he? Cut your way in and weld your way out.
That's what
That's
he
what I
probably.
say.
Yeah, I know he says it.
Yep.
But there's probably a few
I
people.
watched the last one, I think, with Aiden, and that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, just cut your way in, weld your way out.
That's it. Yep.
Yeah. I guess that brings up the other question though. Are you a battery operator or corded?
Oh, I can't stand a cord.
You can't stand the cord.
No.
They get in your way?
Oh, I don't know. I'm in there with my feet up under the dash, and I've got the grinder in there.
You don't want to cut through the cord.
Nah.
They each have their purpose.
Yeah.
Yeah, it depends what I'm cutting, I guess. Thick stuff and alley, and then I'll use the grinder with the cord on it. But everything else, like I'm in there with the recip saw or the grinder.
Yeah.
The main thing I don't like about the cordless now, it used to be they were gutless, but they're not as gutless anymore. But the bloody length on the one that I have, like you're trying to get into some spots and the fucking
big
back of
battery
it,
on
the battery's hitting and
It's got
sometimes.
it's got that fat ass on the end of it.
Yeah. That's the annoying thing with the
Yep.
cordless now, I reckon.
But yeah, then you've got, once it goes down to 1 bar of battery and you're starting to struggle with this cut and you can't figure out why the fuck it is, and it's, you put a new battery and you go, there
you know why, you just don't want to change it.
No,
Like,
and then
I'm
it
here.
stops, and you pull the battery out and put it back in just to get the last bit. I'll get it.
Yeah, well there you go. That's 1 for 1 then. We're two for 2 on the grinder, but 1 for 1 battery and corded. What's your favourite power adder?
Boost.
Yeah, wow. Which one?
Depends on the application and what we're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it depends on it.
So you don't have a favourite?
No, fast cars, as long as it goes good. Like
Yeah. Doesn't matter whether it's turbo, nitrous,
I
blown.
like turbo street cars.
Yeah.
Yeah. I had a Toyota Aristo with a 2J with a big turbo and trans brake and stuff, and just power skid car.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2 skids and the tyres were done.
Yeah.
Yeah, turbo street cars are fun, but burnout car would be the blower, I guess, probably the best way to do it.
Yeah, I guess heat management with a turbo burnout car is just too hard.
But then street car, I'm probably the opposite, and NA, filter out the bonnet with a big stall converter.
Yeah.
Yeah, just a cruising car.
Something that's a bit raw.
Yeah, yep, yeah. Definitely like the 5 litre with a big stall converter in it, and just you can't beat that sound.
Yeah.
Just for a street car anyway, like a cruiser.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hope I get to experience that one day this lifetime. Street car or race car?
I've learnt my lesson the hard way with losing my licence, so I've got a Hilux.
Yeah.
As I said, I'd like a street car, but I know what I'm like.
Yeah.
Yeah, a couple of little skiddies here, and yeah, my licence would be out the window again, I reckon.
Yeah, yeah. So just remove the temptation to get
Remove
something.
the temptation.
Yeah.
I think that's probably trying to be an adult.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
race car would be for me. Yeah.
Yeah. If you were going to build a race car, what would it sort of be? Or what would
Track
it be for?
car?
Yeah.
Probably a drift car. Yeah, probably. Yeah, probably LS.
Yeah.
S13.
Yeah.
Yeah, something
That's-
along them
yeah.
lines. Yeah, the old go-to drift car.
Pretty tried and true.
Yeah, I was going
Yeah,
to say,
yeah.
this is another proven combo.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the Lego
yeah.
package,
Yeah.
Wise Fab kit, and yeah, good to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What would be your ultimate form of motorsport?
I probably appreciate them all.
Yeah.
Yeah. The drift cars are, those guys are, next level drivers.
Yeah.
They all have their pros and cons, I guess, and budget wise. And,
Oh, yeah.
if I had the budget, it'd probably be, the drift car or
Yep.
something like that.
Yeah.
But, the money to actually have something, top level to enjoy it.
Yeah.
Like, the Speedway was great with the late model, but I found I was pacing myself through the races and to get to the end and enjoy the night rather than
Break the car.
break the car and put it on the trailer.
Yeah. Yeah, you couldn't afford to be as aggressive as you wanted
Yeah,
to.
I'd love to have had deeper pockets, but like I was doing it all on my own, and just raced for the budget, I guess, and had fun. But like dirt racing probably another good one I'd probably look at if I had the budget.
Yeah, yeah.
410 sprint car or something would be next level.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely different.
Yeah, for sure. This will be an interesting question. You've got no restrictions and an unlimited budget to plan an event. What are you doing?
I don't know.
It gets too hard, eh?
It does,
You're like,
yeah.
I can't rein that in.
Yeah, if you've got no restrictions and an unlimited budget, it doesn't necessarily have to be a burnout competition. I know that
Doesn't
that-
even have to
that's-
be in this country.
No, that's right. That's
I think it would be probably the motorsport burnout event.
yep.
Probably if the cash was in the bank, I'd be buying the Motoplex, and we'd be, a full event there happening, and
Yeah.
pretty much do exactly what we're doing right now.
Gazzanats every weekend.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
But probably.
From Friday through Sunday every week, and some Wednesdays and on Mondays.
Yeah, definitely we'd turn into like America, like those guys race for a job.
Oh, mate, how good would that be?
Yeah, we'll be burnouts Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Wednesday off. So
Yeah. Wednesday for the street meet.
Yeah, that's it. We'll keep the whoop ass going. But no, probably just what we're doing now.
Yeah.
I think would probably be the same thing.
Yeah,
Go
you're pretty
again.
much building your ultimate event right now.
Yeah, pretty much doing what we think's good.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
What's on top of your automotive bucket list right now? Yeah, people go, oh, that changes all the time. No. Right now, if you had to pick one thing on your bucket list, what would it be?
Drive my car off the dyno tomorrow. That would be right now.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yep.
The day before Dyno Day.
That is my
I reckon
tomorrow.
that's a pretty fair answer.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of time and house deposit in there.
Oh yeah, yeah.
My partner said to me, I said, I'm going to fire the car up the Savo. And she's like, I'm going to go to the shops. You're not starting that car till I get back.
yeah.
I said, you don't even like the car? And she goes, no, I like the car. She said, our house deposit's in there.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
she
yeah.
said,
I've got to keep an eye on you.
yeah, she said, I'll, like, as much as, she does enjoy it. And she said, I want to be there and, see that as well.
Yeah.
which is good. You know, supportive for me. And
yeah, my wife's the same.
Yeah.
as much as she says, oh, you know, I don't, you know, yeah.
They lose a lot of time with you through that. That's one thing I've figured it out.
As much as they give you hell, all three of us would be lucky to say that we have a supportive missus that they don't necessarily get it, and they don't have to get it.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? They don't have to understand. They just have to be supportive. And
Yep.
we're lucky enough to have it.
My partner's up in the shed every time I'm up there. I'll go to the shed, she'll be up there an hour later with the kids.
Yeah.
My little one's shoving screwdrivers in the back of the wheel and stuff, and you know, but that's a part of the, you know, doing this.
Yeah.
I literally, just before I left, I closed the bonnet on my car and I'm like, right, we're ready for tomorrow. And I've got a video of my little one. She got the cloth and she's cleaning it.
Yeah, awesome.
So I'm like, right, let's go.
Yeah.
And that was just before I come here to Savo.
Yeah. Epic.
Yeah.
Where can we find you, mate? Give us a plug on all your socials.
Yeah, definitely. Yep. Yeah, we will.
Yep. So Rubber Rampage
Rubber Rampage, Facebook and Instagram.
Right on. No worries. Have you got a TikTok or anything? No.
TikTok burnout videos don't go well on TikTok.
No.
They always get reported and
Oh, okay.
Yeah, okay.
dangerous activities.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I can understand how that works.
Yeah, so it's just Facebook and Insta. That's enough at the moment.
Yep. And if anyone else wants to sort of jump on board, obviously it might be a bit late for this year, but I'm assuming you want to keep this going for next year as well.
Yeah, so we're actually locked in for next year.
Oh, it's already locked in.
We've got a
Because
date.
you haven't even opened the gates yet, and you're already locked in for next year.
We have 4 cars locked in for next year already.
Killer. So if you got some people that are watching the show at the moment, and they want to get involved, how do they do that?
Yeah, just message the Facebook page or give us an email.
Yep.
Pretty much Facebook page is our go-to for this.
Yep.
Everything's on there for our information and what's happening at the event.
Epic.
Yeah, we try to keep everyone up to date with everything really, just to keep everyone engaged. And,
Yeah.
you know, be a part of it.
Yeah.
Like, that's one thing we've really pushed for is, you know, people to actually be engaged with what's going on and what's happening and how we're planning to roll it out. And you know, as a spectator, you don't get to see a lot of this stuff that actually happens. So for us to keep everyone involved,
Yeah.
there's regular posts and it's good for everyone.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks for coming along tonight, mate.
Thank you for having us.
I've enjoyed the chat. It's been, what are we coming up? Well, over an hour and a half. Goes pretty quick, doesn't it?
It does.
Thanks to all you guys for watching. If you'd like to support Torq Hub, you can go to torqhub.com.au. Purchase yourself hat, hoodie, shorts. No shorts. We don't have shorts. We got socks though. You can get socks. Or you can send us a voicemail for our normal podcast programming. We'll be up at, I'll be up at Rubber Rampage. Are you going to be available?
I'm not sure.
I
don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah, I couldn't remember if you were working or not.
I didn't even know if I'm working or not.
Yeah.
We have three medics on site that can give out medical certificates.
We pretty much.
You've thought of everything.
Yeah,
We've got it all covered.
He did say that, didn't he? I'm looking forward to coming up and having a look, mate. And I'll see you there. You'll be red-faced and head spinning, but
sunburnt and ready to go to sleep by lunchtime.
Awesome. I can't wait to catch up with you guys after the event and sort of see what you reckon.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, thanks for dropping in, man.
Thanks for having
worries.
us.
It's been good.
Until the next one, guys. We'll catch you around.
Boom. Done.
That was good. That was a good game.
The couch is a hit, bro. The couches are a hit.